It is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area.
Yes, today we are joined by Stuart Lane, the executive chef at Spinasse. Hello.
And Chef, welcome. We're so excited that you're here. Spinasse opened in 2008 at Capitol Hill, and you guys make homemade pastas, which I love pasta. We eat it probably a couple times a week in my house.
Yeah.
Maybe 3, maybe 4 times a week. Wow. You guys focus on the cuisine from the northern part of Italy.
Yeah, specifically Piemonte.
Okay,
yeah,
so what is the difference between the cuisine of the northern part of Italy as opposed to the southern part of Italy?
Well, I mean, a lot of it is about like the fats and like where you're at, like what grows there, what that region is like, and you know, it's right. That's what Piemonte means, is like foot of the Alps, basically foot of the mountains, and the mountains in this case is the Alps. So it's like a lot colder, you know, and so they have more dairy cows and they have more butter and cheese and things like that. Okay. So when you think of the South, you're thinking of like a lot of vegetables and olive oil, you know, and olives and things like that, and all of those things go great together. Up in the North, they have more dairy, and things that go great with dairy is fresh pasta.
That's awesome. Beautiful. And you guys are a big deal. So Spinasse was recognized nationally as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants in America by the Food Network. What dish was highlighted?
Specifically, it was the taurine al ragu. So that is like kind of like a meat ragu with this pasta, the taurine, which is just like thinly cut pasta. It's made with just egg yolks and flour. So it's the simplest 2 ingredients. It's like, you know, normally pasta is made with whole eggs and double O flour. This is egg yolks and double O flour, so usually it has like a little bit more indulgent kind of
And
taste.
as executive chef, like, how did that make you feel?
I mean, if somebody had said that you were like the top 5 in the city, or even Capitol Hill, I would have been like, so honored. So when they're like, no, we're talking the whole nation, it's just like, I don't know if we're worthy of that distinction because of all the greatness out there, but like it just we feel very, very lucky.
I'm looking at this pasta here, and how is it different from like, let's say like an angel hair pasta or something like that? Because it is really thinly cut, kind of like that.
I laugh because like,
is that a dumb question?
No. Everybody describes it as that because it's got that same size. Like the thing, I'm laughing because like when we have our servers, you know, and we're like training them about the menu or like talking about the menu, we're like, don't call it angel hair because, or it's not angel hair because angel hair is, it's okay. Angel hair is like Durham wheat, right? So it's very hard wheat.
Yes.
This is double O flour, so it's kind of like our all-purpose flour, but a little bit softer. And then angel hair is made with water. And this is egg yolks and that softer flour. And then angel hair is like dried in a commercial setting for like 3 days at like the exact right temperature, the exact right humidity, all this stuff. And this is just like, you make it and it's probably the best the day of. Okay. You know, so it's best to like make it and do it. So those are
Yes.
Did you learn something today?
I did, and I will never call it angel hair ever again.
My friend.
Well,
not that one. All right, so there is something so absolutely beautiful of simple ingredients that taste amazing. So walk us through what we're making today.
So we're gonna make the taurine with butter and sage. So this is probably our #1 selling dish in the restaurant. It's very simple. It's like the easiest dish that there is. I mean, I was saying earlier, you know, like when you're eating this dish at home, I would say the one thing is to wait until everyone's at the table, everyone's gone to the bathroom, all the rest of the food is there. It's like
the drinks have been poured.
We want to eat right as this hits the table because it's very, you know, it's like the creamiest and just like the best, like right at that time. You know, like food has kind of like windows when it's at its best, and when maybe it's like lost its like, you know, vibrancy or whatever. And this is absolutely the best when it's like steaming and hot, and you just put the cheese on, and you're just like getting in there. So that's the one thing.
Okay,
we're excited.
Let's get into it.
So I'm gonna just drop the pasta because it's like this water is not boiling like super hard right now. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. I think in the recipe on the website, I did it in reverse, and then a lot of butter.
Whoa, my friend.
So that's butter? That is butter.
And then I'll let you, Carly, put the sage in there.
Okay, cool.
I would call this a glob of butter.
It is a glob of butter.
And we don't really like
Smell how
measure
good
it
that
to
smells.
order. It's just like a lot.
A
You know?
lot.
So I think I put 3/4 of a stick on the recipe.
It's like a ladle of butter.
Doing this every day.
Oh, okay,
You know, this
fair
is
enough.
not like an everyday kind of thing.
Just 3 times a week if you're Brian.
I mean, no, I like pasta. What can I say?
So I'm just gonna let this. I'm not browning it. Brown butter for angel hair would be great.
Yep.
You know, but for fresh pasta, it kind of slicks off the noodles and it will sit in the bottom of the bowl.
Sure.
So usually you don't want to do like olive oil based sauces with like fresh pasta. That's
Salted
kind
or
of a rule.
unsalted butter?
This is unsalted, and then I add a little bit of salt, and this has a bunch of salt in it, and that will also add to the seasoning of it.
Good question,
So, and
Brian.
if you have the salt sensitivity, you can not add salt here, you can not add salt there.
Got it.
It's pretty
Bring on the
straightforward.
salt.
If we're being unhealthy, we're putting a
Look,
glass
we're
of butter.
doing it all the way, baby.
This looks
So
so
as
good.
far as like the time of this, I would say like, you know, it all depends. Like let's say something came up and you made this pasta at home and you had to not cook it that day. You had to wait a day or something like that. So maybe then it would take a little bit longer in the water. Or you
Gotcha.
just finished making it, then it's going to take like no amount of time in the water.
Oh,
so it's just
interesting.
kind of like, and you know, at the restaurant we're like obviously like very concerned about like overcooking or undercooking it and everything like that. But at home, if it's like a little bit more, a little bit less, it's not the end of the world. Usually with fresh pasta, you're cooking it through.
Yeah.
You're not cooking it al dente like you would angel hair. You
Sure.
know, like
Yeah.
that, it's like it's great to have a little bit of bite.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. This is a little bit like meant to be like totally soft.
Nice.
So we're like almost there. I'm just gonna let it bubble just a little bit more. And
I love the
then-
idea of using fresh herbs because I have a lot of the seasonings that I'll just add in
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
it just smells and tastes so
Very
good. Just
different,
fresh
yeah.
They have that
herbs.
fresh herb section in the grocery store too. You
Right.
can just pick some of that. It makes a huge difference. I really do think it does. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, while we're working here, you do have several other popular items in your menu. What are they?
Yeah, I mean the Tyrino ragu, that was like
of course.
that's like another huge one. I mean we do a lot of braises, so right now we have this braised beef cheek on the menu. That's great, and I'm about to do it. I
Okay.
can talk more about all that
Yeah.
stuff. But I'm gonna make probably a mess a little bit.
All right.
Go for
here
it.
in a
We're
second.
ready.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
were
try to feel
warned to
elbows,
step
but-
back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like basically turn this off,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna add a little bit
ready.
of the water to
We're
that.
ready.
See, just like a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
A
Okay.
little bit of the starchy water,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
in the restaurant setting, you said that starch would help really thicken it up. Is that right?
Yeah, that'll like emulsify it and kind of make it like extra creamy.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna kind of stir it and bring it together, and then
Whoa.
I'm just sauteing. And
A
then
true
at first
talent.
I'm kind of doing like big, you know, movements, and then
Yeah.
as it gets like closer, I'm like tighter.
So at home, if I cannot do this, what can I do instead?
I mean, let's say let's say you just put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just do this and plate it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
We're trying to make it like cool. Do you want to try it? You want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'm
All
gonna-
right.
Okay,
You know, he's
Brian.
doing it. Woo, yeah.
Take that blazer off. Here we go.
All right.
So,
Don't drop it, Brian.
yeah, with left hand or right hand? Jeez.
So like if you're right-handed, most cooks will do it in their left hand, and then they'll kind of like
Okay.
use the other hand to like help plate.
I want to be able to eat this, so I don't
But
want
if
to.
you're right-handed, like try it with your right hand, because we're just so used to kind of doing
Yeah.
it in reverse. But
I'm trying to flip it, but it's stuck.
yeah,
That's how it's supposed
That
to be.
looks
though,
really
right?
difficult.
We have to eat that, so don't
Yeah.
drop
I'm not going to drop it. I'm not going to
so
drop it.
also like let's say it got like a little bit tight. Let me just show you this real
Yeah.
quick. You can add like a little bit more water if you want, just to like loosen it
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Like, and then we usually will like separate a little leaf off to the side to top it, but that's just for visuals.
Beautiful.
But okay, so
So
then
right now, this has been butter and sage and pasta
And salt.
and salt.
Now
Yeah.
it's my
and
turn,
then now
baby.
and we can cheese as much or as little as you want. Just go
Oh
crazy.
yeah, and what kind
Go
of cheese is that?
crazy.
This
I
is
love a
Parmesan
cheese.
Reggiano.
All right.
This looks so good.
Just a two.
I feel like
two.
with Italian food, you don't need the most ingredients
Yeah.
if you're
No.
using fresh ingredients.
I mean, it's just so
Beautiful.
simple and like easy, and so it
at
lets
that.
us shine. And then we would normally do these little pairing things to kind of like help plate family style. But I would say you guys just dig in and go crazy.
we're family here.
We're family
We can eat off
style.
the same plate, right?
All right.
Here we go.
Woo! This looks so good.
Oh my goodness. Extra cheese for me, please.
Did you take a lot of trips to Italy when
Yeah,
you were
actually,
kind of
I
developing things?
studied there a little bit. I was at this Italian Culinary Institute for Foreigners, is like the name of it, in Piemonte. Yeah, it's got a funny name, but it's yeah.
So
So it was like a
yummy.
lot of Piemontese food.
This is some of the
and
best pasta I've ever had.
Really?
It
Yeah.
tastes different.
I want to know about your desserts too. Can you tell us about your desserts?
Well, I'm really proud of our dessert kind of like program there. It's headed by our pastry chef Laura. You know, she's been doing great, and so she and
Right?
like you know we
Right?
kind of have a lot of restaurants nowadays on their pastries. They have like 2 or 3 or like 3 or 4 pastries like tops. We have like 7 or 8, and we're really proud of that. And there's a
Wow.
variety. So we have like some very recognizable things like panna cotta. We
Give it
have like
back.
a secret tiramisu that you can ask for, but it's not on the menu.
Ooh, a
and
secret.
but we also have like our semi-Fredo, which I'm like the most proud of. I think people are not used to having something like that. and
Yeah.
So I think that is like really good. And then
Yeah,
we have this
Chef
dish.
Stuart Lane, thank you
Yeah,
so much
sorry.
for
Yeah,
coming.
we're so excited.
Thank you.
But
Check out
guys,
Spinasse in Capitol Hill.